If you're over 60, your body's not the same as it was in your 30s or 40s. And that means the food you eat shouldn't be the same either. There are 5 everyday foods that doctors say you should avoid after turning 60, and chances are you're still eating at least one of them, thinking it's harmless. Some of these foods might look healthy. Some may have been part of your routine for decades. But here's the truth. What you eat after 60 can either support your aging body or silently harm it. As we age, everything changes. Your metabolism slows down. Your digestive system becomes more sensitive. Your liver and kidneys don't filter toxins as efficiently. Your immune system weakens. And if you're taking medications, certain foods can even cause dangerous interactions. Eating the wrong foods at this stage can increase your risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, inflammation, fatigue, and even memory loss. The worst part, these symptoms build slowly. You might not even realize food is the problem. That's why in this video, we're revealing the top 5 foods to avoid after 60, backed by medical research and expert advice. We'll also give you smart alternatives so you can eat well without feeling restricted. If you care about your energy, your independence, and your long-term health, this is the information you can't afford to miss. Let's get started. After the age of 60, your body begins to change in ways that are subtle but significant. The food you once enjoyed without issue may now be harder to digest, more taxing on your organs, or even dangerous when combined with common medications. Let's break it down. First, your metabolism naturally slows down. This means your body burns fewer calories at rest and takes longer to process food. If you eat the same way you did in your 30s or 40s, you're likely to gain weight, feel more tired, and experience digestive discomfort. Second, your digestive enzymes and stomach acid decrease. This can lead to bloating, gas, constipation, and reduced nutrient absorption, especially from complex meals or fatty foods. You may start to notice that foods you once loved now sit heavily in your stomach or cause unexpected reactions. Third, your liver and kidneys become less efficient at filtering out toxins, excess salt, and fat. That's why high-sodium foods, alcohol, and processed snacks become more harmful after 60. These foods increase the workload on vital organs already under pressure from age. Now, here's a critical point. Medication interactions. Most seniors take multiple prescriptions for blood pressure, cholesterol, sleep, or diabetes. Certain foods like grapefruit, dairy, or alcohol can block or boost the effects of these medications. The result? Dangerous side effects or reduced treatment effectiveness, often without any clear warning signs. Additionally, your immune system weakens with age, making you more vulnerable to bacteria found in raw or undercooked foods like sprouts, soft cheeses, or deli meats. All of this doesn't mean you need to fear food, but it does mean you need to be smarter about it. Understanding which foods to avoid after 60 is one of the simplest, most powerful ways to support your energy, balance, memory, and independence. Coming up next, the top 5 foods you should stop eating now and what to enjoy instead. Grapefruit is often seen as a healthy choice. It's low in calories, high in vitamin C, and frequently recommended in weight loss diets. But if you're over 60, this citrus fruit could be quietly working against you, especially if you're on prescription medications. Here's the issue. Grapefruit contains natural chemicals called furanocoumarins. These compounds interfere with a key liver enzyme called CYP3A4, which is responsible for metabolizing many medications. When this enzyme is blocked, drugs stay in your bloodstream longer and at higher concentrations than they should. This might sound minor, but it's not. According to the FDA and Mayo Clinic, grapefruit can affect the absorption of over 85 prescription medications, including some of the most common drugs used by seniors. Medications impacted include blood pressure drugs like calcium channel blockers, statins, cholesterol-lowering drugs, anti-anxiety medications, sleeping pills, immunosuppressants, painkillers, heart rhythm medications, erectile dysfunction drugs. When grapefruit is consumed, even in small amounts, such as half a grapefruit or 1 glass of juice, it can increase drug levels in your body to a dangerous degree. This may lead to excessive drowsiness, muscle breakdown, heart rhythm disturbances, low blood pressure, headaches, or even kidney damage in severe cases. What's more, the interaction isn't just immediate. Grapefruit can affect your liver's ability to process medications for up to 72 hours after consumption. So even if you eat it only occasionally, the risk of overlap with your medication is still high. And it's not just grapefruit. Related fruits like pomelos, Seville oranges, used in marmalade, and some exotic citrus fruits can cause similar problems. Unfortunately, many older adults are unaware of this risk. They may experience unusual side effects or feel unwell without realizing their favorite morning juice is to blame. So what should you do? Check your medications for grapefruit warnings. If you see it, follow the instructions strictly. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist if you're unsure. They can suggest alternative medications or safer food choices. Choose safer fruits like apples, blueberries, bananas, or pears, which are nutrient-rich and free of drug interactions. After 60, food choices aren't just about calories or vitamins. They're about protecting your health and avoiding silent risks that could seriously impact your quality of life. Being informed is being empowered, and avoiding grapefruit could be one of the simplest steps towards safer senior living. Alcohol is widely accepted in social settings. A glass of wine with dinner, a beer with friends, or a cocktail to unwind. But if you're over 60, drinking alcohol isn't as harmless as it once seemed. In fact, alcohol becomes more dangerous with age. Here's why. As we grow older, our body composition changes. We lose lean muscle mass and gain fat, which means alcohol becomes more concentrated in the bloodstream. At the same time, the liver becomes less efficient, making it harder to break down and remove alcohol from the body. The result? Even small amounts of alcohol can affect you more strongly and for longer than before. That means a single glass of wine might now lead to dizziness, confusion, or balance problems, all of which increase the risk of falls and injuries. Falls are one of the leading causes of hospitalization and disability in seniors. But that's not all. Alcohol also interferes with medications commonly used after 60, including blood pressure pills, blood thinners, diabetes medications, cholesterol-lowering drugs, sedatives and sleeping pills, antidepressants, and anti-anxiety medications. When mixed with alcohol, these drugs can cause dangerous drops in blood pressure, internal bleeding, drowsiness, or liver damage. In many cases, the effects are subtle until a serious health event occurs. Alcohol also affects cognitive health. Studies have shown that regular drinking in older adults can worsen memory, reduce mental clarity, and contribute to long-term cognitive decline. This is especially concerning for those at risk of dementia or Alzheimer's. Another key issue is sleep disruption. While alcohol might make you feel drowsy at first, it actually reduces deep sleep quality and causes you to wake up more during the night. Poor sleep impacts your energy, focus, mood, and even immune system. So what's the solution? Limit your alcohol intake. Most doctors recommend no more than 1 drink per day for men and even less for women. Avoid drinking with medications, especially in the evening. Switch to healthier alternatives, like sparkling water with lemon, herbal teas, or non-alcoholic wines if you enjoy the taste. Alcohol may have been part of your routine for decades, but your body at 60+ processes it differently. It's not about giving up. It's about adapting for better health and longevity. Remember, protecting your brain, your balance, and your independence starts with the choices you make every day. And saying no to alcohol more often is a smart, powerful step. Eggs are a popular breakfast choice and a staple in many kitchens. They're packed with protein, healthy fats, and important nutrients like vitamin D, B12, and choline, all essential for maintaining muscle strength and brain health as we age. But while eggs can be part of a healthy diet, raw or undercooked eggs pose a serious risk for people over 60. Why? The answer lies in food safety and how aging affects your immune system. Raw and undercooked eggs can be contaminated with salmonella, a harmful bacteria that can cause foodborne illness. While many younger people can fight off a mild infection, seniors have weaker immune defenses, making them more vulnerable to severe symptoms and complications. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, adults over 60 are more likely to experience prolonged diarrhea, fever over 101 degrees Fahrenheit, severe dehydration, vomiting, blood infections, hospitalization, and in rare cases, death. Even a single contaminated egg, if not properly cooked, can trigger a dangerous chain reaction in the body. And the problem is, you can't see or smell salmonella. The egg may look perfectly normal. What dishes commonly include raw or lightly cooked eggs? Soft-boiled or poached eggs with runny yolks, sunny-side-up eggs, homemade mayonnaise or aioli, Caesar salad dressing, hollandaise sauce, tiramisu and other raw egg desserts, raw cookie dough or cake batter. Many people don't realize they're consuming raw egg, especially when dining out. So what should you do? Cook eggs thoroughly. Make sure both the white and the yolk are firm. Scrambled eggs should not be runny. Avoid soft or runny egg preparations, especially if you're at higher risk due to diabetes, cancer, kidney disease, or immune suppression. Ask questions when eating out, particularly at restaurants serving homemade sauces, desserts, or dressings. Use pasteurized eggs for recipes that require raw egg, such as smoothies or no-bake desserts. These eggs are heat-treated to kill bacteria without affecting nutrition. Refrigerate eggs properly and discard any cracked or expired eggs immediately. Food safety becomes more important after 60. Illnesses that were once minor in your 30s can now lead to major health setbacks, especially if you're recovering from surgery, managing chronic illness, or taking multiple medications. You don't have to give up eggs. You just have to prepare them smartly. By avoiding raw or undercooked eggs, you're protecting yourself from foodborne illness and taking another simple step toward healthier aging. Raw sprouts may seem like a healthy addition to your salad or sandwich. They're crunchy, low in calories, and often marketed as superfoods. But for people over 60, raw or lightly cooked sprouts can be one of the riskiest foods on your plate. The problem isn't the sprouts themselves, it's how they grow. Sprouts like alfalfa, mung bean, clover, and radish are grown in warm, moist environments to stimulate germination. Unfortunately, those same conditions are ideal for the growth of dangerous bacteria such as Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria. Even when seeds appear clean, they can carry bacteria deep inside the seed or on the outer shell. Once contaminated, the bacteria multiply quickly during sprouting. Because sprouts are often consumed raw or only slightly cooked, any harmful bacteria survive and enter your body directly. You might not feel anything immediately, but in older adults, especially those with chronic conditions or weaker immune systems, the impact can be serious. According to the Centers for Disease Control and the FDA, raw sprouts are one of the top causes of foodborne illness outbreaks related to raw vegetables. Symptoms can include abdominal cramps, fever, diarrhea, vomiting, fatigue, dehydration, in severe cases, kidney failure, blood infections, and hospitalization. Unlike some other raw vegetables, you can't wash away the danger with water. Bacteria can be embedded inside the sprout structure, invisible and unreachable. Washing only removes dirt, not internal contamination. So what should you do? First, avoid eating raw sprouts completely after age 60. This includes sprouts in sandwiches, salads, wraps, and garnished dishes. Second, ask at restaurants or cafes. Sprouts are often added without warning. Politely request them to be left out. Third, cook sprouts thoroughly to 165 degrees Fahrenheit, 74 degrees Celsius, to kill bacteria. Cooked sprouts are much safer and still provide nutrients. Finally, substitute with safer options like cooked spinach, arugula, microgreens, or shredded carrots. These provide crunch, color, and nutrients without the bacterial risk. People over 60, especially those with diabetes, cancer, kidney issues, or those taking immune-suppressing medications, are far more vulnerable to infections. A mild food poisoning in a 30-year-old can become a life-threatening complication in someone over 60. Food safety becomes more important with age. Your immune system may no longer react quickly or strongly to bacteria, and prevention becomes the best defense. By avoiding raw sprouts, you eliminate one of the most dangerous, healthy-looking risks in your meals, and take one more step towards safe, smart aging. Salt is essential for life, but too much of it can silently damage your health. especially after age 60. As we grow older, our blood vessels become less elastic, our kidneys lose efficiency, and our sensitivity to sodium increases. This means that eating high-sodium foods can lead to high blood pressure, fluid retention, and greater strain on the heart and kidneys. The American Heart Association recommends that older adults limit sodium intake to no more than 1,500 milligrams per day. But the average American eats more than double that, often without realizing it. Here are 3 common foods high in hidden sodium that seniors should avoid or limit. 1. Deli meats. Cold cuts like ham, turkey, salami, and bologna are convenient, but they're packed with sodium, even when labeled lean or low-fat. Just 2 slices of deli meat can contain 400 to 600 milligrams of sodium. Add cheese and bread, and a simple sandwich may reach over 1,200 milligrams, nearly your entire daily limit. Excess sodium from deli meats raises blood pressure and increases the risk of stroke and heart disease, especially in seniors. Better choice, cook fresh chicken, turkey, or fish at home and slice it yourself. You'll get more flavor and control. 2. Canned soups. Canned soups are quick and easy, but they're often loaded with salt to preserve flavor. A single can may contain 700 to 1,000 milligrams of sodium, or more if it's extra hearty or flavored. Even healthy or low-fat versions are often high in sodium. For people on blood pressure medications, too much sodium can counteract the effects of treatment. Better choice, make homemade soups using fresh vegetables and low-sodium broth. You can freeze portions for convenience. 3. Salty snacks. Potato chips, crackers, pretzels, and flavored nuts are classic snacks, but also major sources of sodium. Just 1 serving of chips can contain 250 to 400 milligrams, and people often eat more than 1 serving at a time. These snacks not only contribute to high blood pressure, but also offer very little nutritional value. Better choice. Try air-popped popcorn with herbs, unsalted nuts, or sliced vegetables with hummus for a satisfying low-sodium crunch. Salt may enhance flavor, but too much salt after 60 enhances risk. Risk of stroke, heart attack, kidney damage, and even cognitive decline. You don't need to eliminate sodium completely, but you do need to be aware of where it hides. By avoiding processed high-sodium foods and replacing them with fresh, homemade options, you'll protect your heart, support your medications, and feel better every day. Small choices lead to lasting results, and cutting back on salt is one of the most powerful choices you can make. Let's quickly recap the 5 foods you should avoid after turning 60. 1. Grapefruit can dangerously interfere with dozens of common medications. 2. Alcohol increases the risk of falls, weakens the liver, and disrupts sleep. 3. Raw or undercooked eggs raise your chances of salmonella and hospitalization. 4. Raw sprouts carry hidden bacteria that older immune systems struggle to fight. 5. High-sodium foods, like deli meats, canned soups, and salty snacks that quietly raise your blood pressure and strain your heart. These foods may have been fine in your younger years, but after 60, your body's ability to handle them changes dramatically. If you keep eating them regularly, you may increase your risk of heart disease, infections, medication complications, and long-term decline, often without realizing it. But small changes make a big difference. Simply knowing what to avoid can help you stay stronger, sharper, and more independent with age. And here's what comes next. In our next video, we'll show you the top 7 vitamins to strengthen your legs and prevent leg cramps in seniors. Because avoiding harmful foods is just the first step. Now it's time to rebuild strength from the inside out. Before you go, how many of these 5 foods are still part of your weekly routine? Let us know in the comments below. Your story could help someone else take the first step. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next health update. Ready to take the next step? Watch our next video. Top 7 vitamins to strengthen your legs and prevent leg cramps in seniors. And discover how to rebuild strength from the inside out. Your journey to better health continues now. Thank you for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.